Modern motherhood isn't easier, it's just lonelier, heavier, and more brutally judged. Today's moms are carrying generations of expectations on their backs while trying to rewrite the rules in real time. They don't need more advice, they don't need more criticism. Let's discuss in this episode why they need support, respect, and the freedom to be just human and not superhuman all the time.
Hey mommies! We know you're tired and you're here for a reason.
We are two moms just looking to unwind after a long day. So come join our rants and let's make this journey a little less lonely, one episode at a time.
Welcome to our podcast, Mom vs. World. Recently come across an interview of a female celebrity who was like, women can do it all, they just need to have the will to do it. Like, you can have a successful business or a career and take care of the family, a child at the same time. But I think such statements come from certain privilege, and I think they set some unrealistic standards to which all the women are now pressurized to reach, which is really unfair. I mean, maybe you can do it all, but I don't think you should have to do it all. And if you are trying to do it all, you will certainly burn yourself out. And you cannot do justice to every aspect in your life. Like, if you're giving your 100% to one aspect, you have to compromise on the other at least a bit.
Totally.
And if you are doing everything perfectly, you will just not have the time and energy to take care of yourself. And it's not like many women have a choice in it. Like, how many of us have the luxury to hire a nanny and go to work? Not many. Even if you have the privilege to do it all, I think women have to have that option to select, to choose what they want to do.
True.
And to let go of the other one without any kind of guilt.
Yeah, absolutely. Celebrity moms give tips on parenting, but most of that isn't applicable to us because our lifestyles are just so different. I mean, I don't think they get the demographic and the depths of the complications in our lives, especially middle class, lower middle class. Not just celebrities, but from so many different sources, we are bombarded with so much information from everywhere, from relatives, from social media, from doctors, and everyone has their own opinion which they're so sure about, and they're all different from each other. Like, what do we follow? What do we take from each of these? And what do we even believe when even doctors have completely different ideas of what's best for your child? I think sometimes we might even be suppressing our own instincts just so we can navigate between all this confusion.
Yeah, we no longer know who is really an expert or who is just an influencer trying to be an expert, right?
Yeah.
And all this overwhelming, conflicting information that we receive throughout the day is just weighing us down.
Everybody claims that this is working out for them, and they all have different strategies that they're
True.
putting out there. How much is true or not, we don't know that. The internet is just trying to convince us that everything we know is wrong and that we should just follow something new from now on. We should just follow what's in trend, even in parenting. I think that just adds more stress to our existing stress of parenting.
Whatever we do, like breastfeeding or formula feeding, working mom or stay at home mom, sending kids to preschool or not sending, no matter what we choose to do, moms are always getting judged for doing something wrong. So that results to moms feeling they're not doing good enough because you do one thing and the next day you see on the internet that that's not the best way to do it, and you're always upset with yourself, or you have this self doubt if I'm taking the right choices.
Not to mention that we are all giving birth in our post 30s. I think most of us in this generation. So even our bodies, not just our minds, but even our bodies are not cooperating during pregnancy and birth, postpartum breastfeeding, all these phases. I think our moms, grandmoms, great grandmothers, they were all much younger when they finished giving birth to all their children. By the time they did all that, we are figuring out what to do with our careers, I guess.
Yeah.
And they were in their prime. They gave birth when their female body is supposed to give birth. So birth itself didn't lead to multiple permanent health issues.
I think there is a reason our older generation asked us to get married earlier, but we were
Yes.
like, no, we have our priorities. Marriage is not our
Yeah.
priority.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong in it. You can have your own priority, but
Yeah, having a career in these days is actually very, very important because having
yeah,
some kind of independence, something to fall back on, we need our own lives other than marriage, right? Which is
yeah,
very
that's
important.
true.
And if we need to achieve that, we need to
Yeah, we need
wait it
time.
out until we actually get married.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the biological clock is always ticking.
Yeah, it's like you either have that or this. They had this rule that this is the right age to get married, and they all, I think almost all of them got married at the right age. But I think there are just way too many things for us to think about that they didn't have to think about.
Our generation overthinks, overanalyzes everything, I think. That is making our jobs even more difficult. But we can't really stop doing that.
I wouldn't even call that over because we have to think about everything that
Yeah,
all the problems
yeah.
that exist today, and we have to analyze everything.
It doesn't seem that simple now like it
Yeah,
was when we were children, right?
yeah.
I think older generation moms were not that conscious about little things in parenting that we have today. We also have this responsibility to break certain cycles while parenting. For example, trying to raise emotionally healthy kids and being a gentle parent.
Oh, gentle parenting is just so much harder.
Yeah, yeah. We used to just get beaten up and we used to listen to whatever our
Yeah,
parents said. But
yeah, that
now
was easy.
it's really, really tough to gentle
Yeah,
parent a toddler. Really
true.
tough.
I think it's a spectrum, right? From absolutely abusing your kids to letting them walk all over you. I think we probably fall in the middle of that, but closer to
Yeah.
the gentle side because that's very important for to build their confidence and have better relationships with their parents.
And not only that, we are also very keen about our children's food habits and screen time and sugar intake and all that, which our older generation didn't. We have too much of awareness now, so we can't help ourselves but try to make our kids eat as healthy as possible. But I remember drinking milk with a spoon of sugar every single day. And if we think about it now, that was so bizarre. Like every single day,
Yeah,
a spoon
yeah,
of
we all
white
did that.
sugar at that age is too much, right? Yeah, and even screen time, we are so particular about not giving screen time until 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah.
But back then, we were never restricted from watching TV. I mean, we didn't even crave watching TV so much as kids.
As I remember, TV was just like a Sunday afternoon thing.
Or after school, we had this one particular series that we come home, watch that series, and that's it. We just go out playing. We don't even ask for more.
We had that advantage of a lot of playtime, physical activity, outside time.
Yeah, we used to just play on the roads. There was never this closed gated security or something like that. We were just sent outside on the road literally. We were cycling and running around everywhere on the roads.
Right now, if you cannot just send your kids out, right? Even crimes towards kids are just skyrocketing right now. Even roads are not safe.
Yeah.
There are so many accidents, traffic, and whatnot, and pollution. We can't just let them get hurt. We used to scrape our knees every now and then, but now I
Yeah.
don't think it's that small. I think some very big dangerous things would happen to you if you send your kids outside. Also, all these products, right? Outside food, milk mixes, packaged food, all these things, they were a lot less compared to today. Right now, the outside world is full of unhealthy options, starting from plastic, artificial chemicals in food. I think that is one of the biggest added responsibility that we have today, modern moms.
And the accessibility that these kids have today was never there for us, I think. Wherever we go to a mall or a grocery store, everything is out there. All the chocolates and biscuits and candies, everything are just right there in front of your eyes. And how it's
Yeah, just so
yeah, how
overstimulating.
can we? It's so difficult to stop them, to control them. I think we never had that opportunity to just go out and get a chocolate. Or I mean, it was really tough back then. We should ask
Yeah.
permission, and it was not definitely not accessible, and we didn't have so many options as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now everything is just waiting for you out there the moment you step out of the
True.
house to somehow brainwash you, influence you,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever. But on the contrary, I would also like to mention that our grandparents believed in a lot of things that are deemed dangerous today, which they weren't aware of, but we do have the luxury of being aware of those things right now. For example, giving honey to a newborn and a lot
Oh
of other
yeah, I
things like
think
that.
I heard that that was the first thing given to the baby,
Yeah.
honey. And today, every doctor, that's the first thing they tell us, no
Yeah,
honey.
yeah, yeah.
So strange.
And there are so many more things like that. Our older generations had this sort of survivorship fallacy where they took into account all the kids that survived, like us, like you and me, and they just started believing that all those methods and practices were just fine. But I think they're not taking into account the people, the deaths that had happened, or the permanent damages that had happened to a lot of kids. Those were different families, and only they knew the consequences, and they probably couldn't connect those issues back to their old practices, right? So our parents
Yeah.
just say, we've been doing these things for ages and you guys turned out fine.
Yeah, but in reality, we didn't turn out fine.
Yeah.
We have a lot of health issues, particularly our generation. I mean, thyroid, PCOD, PCOS are so common
True.
now.
I
Like,
have PCOD.
yeah, they're become so normal now.
Yeah.
Like, they get people having heart attacks in their 30s,
Yeah.
and all these deadly diseases which are not supposed to be normal, right? But since most people have it, it looks like, yeah, it's not a big deal. I mean, because you cannot pinpoint the root cause of
Yeah,
that. You can
they
never do
all
that.
go
So,
back way back into our patterns
yeah.
and habits. Look at us right now. Our food is corrupted, our air is polluted, our water is contaminated. There are heavy metals and microplastics in literally everything we consume. And even we are also confined to these limited spaces. The maximum we can do for our kids is take them out to a small park every day, but that's about it. I remember us having so much space around, the independent houses, wide roads, even they were even safer in a way, like we discussed earlier. So I'm sure there were other risks factors that we don't have to deal with today, but I still think that isn't reason enough to say that modern mom's life is easier. We just have way too much to deal with, and I don't think we can express this to our parents and in-laws. I don't think they'll agree with us.
Yeah, if we do complain or be particular about mom, don't feed my son this or
Yeah.
don't let him watch TV. If we are nagging about all those things, they will be like, we have parented too. It's not something new to us. You don't have to give so many instructions to
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Something like that. We are kind of stuck between listening to them, obeying them, and the knowledge that we possess from the outside world.
That's the reason we are unable to coexist with our parents and in-laws, because we just cannot agree on one style of parenting or even a lifestyle. We just have such different ideologies, and also they're still in that authority phase and they don't want to believe that we are grown up and we can handle things. Even after we got married and had children, we still viewed as kids. At the same time, we are also judged for not being grown up. Especially mothers, new mothers like us, get judged so easily, even for silly things like wearing comfortable clothing or going out for some me time, hanging out with friends. Like, how can you hang out with your friends you have when you have a kid? If we want to share some workload with our husbands, that'll be the end of the world in some households. They'll be like, oh my god, how can you tell him to do that? And you just want to go out.
For them, it's too strange to look at such
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
Yeah,
and we cannot put our foot down about certain things that we are very sure about based on all the information that we've collected. And not just that, even new technology like breast pumps, nipple shields, etc., all these things are deemed unnatural. I remember getting a lot of shame for using nipple shields and breast pumps right after birth. There were so many people just telling me, oh my god, how can you do this to your baby, that's not natural and all. But
Yeah, for older generation, I think anything that is new
yeah,
is not good. For them, in their mind, whatever they did when they were young, whatever those traditional methods were, they are the best. That's it.
yeah,
No questions asked.
there's this weird idea that the world is going into this horrible state, and so everything that is coming out is bad.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Every invention, everything, every new idea, every new kind of awareness, everything is probably not good for us. So I mean, no wonder we are just running away and trying to do it all alone, even though it's almost impossible.
Because most of us are nuclear families, we also have to deal with a lot of isolation and loneliness. I think we don't have that village style support to new moms anymore. And of course, it's our choice.
As if that's the problem.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so we cannot complain about all that.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
mothers just thrive in supportive environments full of other women in a community of like-minded people, but that seems like a far-fetched idea to me now.
And also, maybe our mom's generation didn't have so much financial pressure like we do now. I mean, in most of the households, for our lifestyle and for the expenses that we have, most of the households need two incomes. That is how it is now.
Yeah.
So most moms don't have a option to leave their job and take care of their baby, which is really sad.
Right now, what I see around is that in most houses, both mom and dad are dedicating almost their entire day to their jobs, starting from morning to late at night. They're stuck in traffic. When they come back, they have to catch up with so many responsibilities at the house, and only then they can spend time with their kids. Remember how we had so much time with our parents?
And both our parents were working too back then.
Yeah,
Throughout
yeah.
our lives, our mom and dad both were
Yeah.
working, but we still had evenings to ourselves. But it's not the
Yeah,
case now.
evenings were quite comfortable and long, right? We spent time with our
Yeah.
parents, which was very nice. And I think we should count ourselves lucky for having that time.
Yeah, that's
I think we had so many events like pujas and festivals and get togethers and whatnot. Even though both our parents were working, I think our mom made sure that everything is always lively, every festival is celebrated to the fullest. It's not that we don't want to do it or that we are not religious enough, but I feel like even to just host a simple event, a small get together, even with our friends, it feels like such a huge chore. We're just not
true,
finding
yeah,
time
yeah.
to plan that even.
And sometimes I am worried that our children won't get to experience the festivals like we did. Maybe they'll just not know the traditions, like what festival is celebrated in which way.
Yeah.
For us, if it was Ganesh Chaturthi, we know the ritual. We
Yes.
know the exact things that
Every year.
happened on that day every single
Yes.
year. And we are just unable to do that. We are unable to get back that tradition. I mean, I'm sure most of us are not that religious, but somewhere in a corner, I feel like our children should have that thing. Festival is a happy day
Yeah,
with
I
so
think
and so
something to look
traditions.
forward to. Among
Yeah,
like all
exactly.
year they are going to school, so it's like they'll be looking forward to the summer holidays. They'll be looking forward to this festival or a Sunday or anything. I feel like maybe we are not. Kids today might not have that opportunity to look forward to anything that is really special and different from an ordinary day.
Yeah, and to do that, we should put a lot more extra effort.
Yeah, and
to-
time,
Yeah, and
which we do
time.
not seem to have.
Yeah. And being a modern mom isn't just about raising kids, it's much more than that. We fight silent battles, we carry invisible weight, and we constantly keep negotiating between who we were, who we are, and who we want to be. If anything, modern moms deserve more grace, more understanding, and a lot more credit than what the world gives them. After all, we are breaking new ground. We are the first generation to try balancing gender equality, mental health, and good parenting all at once.
I really hope we could resonate with you because every feeling is valid in motherhood. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow us for more such content.